Good evening, everybody. Thank you guys again for joining my channel, Kiodiekin, Kiodiekin, aka The Kid. And I know you guys have seen this room before, but today I just wanted to give you guys a peek at my game room fully set up. This is a game room you've probably never seen before, unlike any other. I've had my game room in the works for the past 15 years. And not only is it set up for today, but it is also set up for future endeavors, future hookups, because one thing you definitely don't want to do is spend a lot of money rebuying stuff or buying stuff for the present and you don't factor in the future. Try not to go out of your way spending too much money on furniture and other things that'll be difficult to replace or move around later on in the future. So for example, what you see currently here in this game room is I have two 4-foot folding tables that are adjustable by height. We got this one here, got that one there, and then we also have a 6-foot folding table back here. They're lightweight, they're easy to carry up and down the stairs if you have stairs. You can do some things with it, and it's also multi-purpose. If I decide to go with a different type of build or feel for this room, I can use these tables for any other future projects in the garage, or if I'm hosting a party, I can use it to serve food. So when you're building a game room and you're buying furniture, try to think multi-purpose. Being cost effective, these tables only cost about $24 to $35 at your local Walmart or Lowe's or Home Depot. They're definitely a good multi-purpose thing to get. Also too, fellas, a little bit about interior decorating. I decided to go with this nice little tablecloth here. It's very nice. It gives it a little bit of texture to the room. I know I need to pick up a couple more of those for these tables here, but that's just what I have right now. In addition to that, this is a much better option than going to the store, buying a $300 gaming table set up just so you have to game. I was at Fry's recently and I ran across a couple of tables that already have built-in holes so you can run your cables and stuff. But honestly, when you're building a game room, you want to think about technology, you want to think about hardware. Do not spend so much money, pretty please, do not spend so much money on furniture and pictures and posters and other things that you already don't have trying to build a nice game room. Use what you currently have, and then over the years, over time, slowly build up to something that's really comfortable for you. It's very foolish to go out and spend $400, $300 on a gaming table or a setup for a one-time use or something you're only going to use for that, especially when you could put that money into hardware. For example, these additional monitors here, I already had the Asus gaming monitor here. I already had one, decided to go ahead and get two more. Now, I was going to go get some additional cheap ones because I was like, well, you know what, I don't want to spend extra 240 bucks a piece for each one. But for continuity purposes, I know you guys are seeing these monitors right now as my game room. However, if I ever decide to go with 27-inch monitors or something else in the future, I can use these for my computer that I have downstairs and do my surround display. So I have 3 monitors that are all gaming monitors with 1 millisecond response time each. So I'm using that now, but if I can create a different project or hook it up to a different computer, I'm already ready to go. No need to spend additional money on additional hardware because I am already set up for that. All right, so just a quick look around the game room. We have the Wii U. We have a bunch of Xbox 360 and Xbox One controllers. We have the arcade stick for the Xbox 360. We got Vision there lit up. Another arcade stick. One thing I definitely don't want to overlook here are these speakers I purchased. I got these from Fry's for about 50 bucks. These are Cyber Acoustic speakers. They are PC built. I mean, it has an inline PC jack and also RCA. And it's Bluetooth capable. These are 2.1 speakers. Didn't need anything any more powerful, like 7.2 or 5.1 for this type of setup. Just something to help amplify the sound that's already in here. The sound from the monitors, from the Asus gaming monitors, and also the TV that I use, the Vizio, those are loud enough as it is. So I do have a spare 5.1 surround sound receiver I could use, but that's a little bit much for this room, and I don't feel like running cables or speaker wires across the room. So these actually put out really good sound. If I actually had it synced up right now, it's actually synced up to the phone I'm recording to for Bluetooth capabilities, but I can't play music on it right now to demonstrate that for you guys. But with these speakers, with their 2.1, it's on the change color function right now. It has a couple modes, so you can select purple, blue, red, green, lilac, and then of course you can have it cycle to the automatic color feature or color change feature as you're seeing right now. So that's something else that helps blend in with the room, along with the LED lights that already change colors. Now I also have a few web cameras set up around the room. When I do live streaming for recording, I have one here. I typically have another one over here on this side of the room, but it's downstairs right now. And then of course I can wire it behind me, so if I'm live streaming online or something like that, we get a full panoramic view of the room while we're live streaming here. Another arcade stick there for the Xbox 360 Street Fighter Tournament Edition. We have our headphones from Triton. We got our night vision goggles that came with the special edition Modern Warfare 2 back in the day. And we have our Wii Fighting Stick along with the original PlayStation 3 controller, or PlayStation 1 controller. And we have Halo Master Chief and Law statue that are Spider-Man lighting up. And again, remember, as I said earlier, this video is about multi-purpose. These are actually used for t-shirts. All of my light up emblems that you see around here, you can mount these on a t-shirt. So I can use them here to decorate the room, or I can put them on a t-shirt and walk around town if I want to. We have three 24-inch Asus gaming monitors. They go up to about, I think it's 200 and something hertz if I'm using the DVI connection. Or no, it's 144 hertz if I'm using DVI connection. I did a video review on this some time ago, so you can check that video out. We have enough space in this room for several gamers, about 6 or 7. And of course we have a standard 27-inch TV, or actually 32-inch TV over here in the corner. I have the DirecTV hooked up to this, as well as the RetroPie, Nintendo 64, and PlayStation unit. We got a few t-shirts here, posters, and other figurines to make the room pop out. And I'll come back to this side of the room here in just a minute. And back here we have our Xbox 360, Xbox One, and another Xbox 360. Now originally I was going to get 2 more Xbox Ones and hook them up back here, but however, I already have 2, so if I have guests or friends come over, they can go ahead and bring their own system. No need for me to break the bank on that when all they're going to do is sit here and collect dust. Now this little contraption here I got some time ago. I believe I got it at Fry's. What it does is allows me to convert a analog signal over to HDMI. I actually have some splitters back here so I can plug in 2 additional systems for each monitor, as each monitor with the Asus only has 1 HDMI input. This allows me to connect 2 HDMI connections to 1 unit. So I actually have that set up on each monitor, so I can switch back and forth. I hit this button here, and then if I switch back, it should switch back. Now, I originally bought all of this just so I can hook up my Nintendo 64 and PlayStation on this. However, due to typically these kind of connections, they rather you have a powered HDMI connection. It didn't always work out when I turned the power on and power back off. So I reverted back to my old Radio Shack unit, AV selector box that I bought back in 2002. Again, remember, buy technology for tomorrow for the future. Bought this back in 2002 and it's beneficial right now. So I already have plugged in my Nintendo 64, PlayStation plugged into this for the analog connection going to the TV. So I have my gaming set up there. All right, got all the controllers. I have the battery chargers plugged into the back. I got my statues and everything set up over here. Everything's perfectly planned out for now and again, the future. Now, if you look here in the back, you'll say, Keo, why do you have a box up against the wall? Well, I got tired of posters, and one of the things that you should use when you're building a game room is use everything to your advantage. I know a lot of you have empty boxes and stuff that have some very cool graphics on it, very cool memorabilia. Use that as a poster. Don't go out and buy additional posters, spend that money. I got this with my Xbox 360 unit, I mean my Xbox One unit. So I said, hey, instead of me putting it in the closet or tossing it in the trash, I'm gonna make great use of that. So I used something to, I actually used industrial string Velcro, mounted my boxes up here, some old toys and collectibles up here to help the room pop and stand out. Now you'll notice that reason why I decided to go with toys and boxes, collectibles, is because it gives the room a 3D effect, 4D effect to make it pop out. If you notice, posters are just flat up against the wall. However, I use my old Wii controller sticks that you use for Star Wars Jedi Knight. Those light up. Why not put those to use? I haven't used those in a long time, but they're great for decoration and it's cost effective. No need to go out and buy anything else. What you're seeing here are two bags that you would only get with any convention. If you go to Anime Expo, if you go to WonderCon, E3, or Comic-Con, you get these nice collectible bags. They make great decorations on the wall. And of course, I went to the store, got a few of these extra posters. Everything that you see here, or not posters rather, but I forgot what these are called. But I got these nice images for Marvel, and they're mounted on the wall using industrial string Velcro. And you can pick these up, industrial string Velcro right here. You can pick this up at your local Home Depot or Lowe's for about 15, 20 bucks. I live by the stuff, I trust by the stuff. I know a lot of people use something called Command. Command is a cheap ripoff of industrial string Velcro. It's basically the same thing, except industrial string Velcro will last. I mean, these have been up here for about a year now. They definitely last. And of course, you gotta put up Wonder Woman. Somebody gave me that as a gift. Decided to put that up. Of course, you gotta have the regular posters here. Halo Master Chief, Halo series. Got that on display. And of course, I got some old comic books with the 3D cards on them, representing from back in the day. Some old collectibles I've had there. Now this room isn't big enough for all of my collectibles, but I have the old Ninja Turtles in a box. Or unopened rather. I have the old Super playset and everything else. So that kind of helps complement the room. Got this years ago from a local GameStop. Somebody gave me that. Really nice. Also makes the room stand out, and sometimes makes it look like somebody's actually standing in the room. And again, of course, we went with this Spider-Man because he pops out a little bit. Another light up display. And of course, we got the gaming chair. DX Racer, something I live by. Very nice, very comfortable. I fell asleep in it a number of times. And down here, we got my 100 game collection. Got hundreds of games down there. And that's pretty much my game room setup, guys. So on to the front here. One of the things I wanted to do with the game room that you should do when you're building any type of room are the lights. You want to cut down on heat. When you're dealing with video games, computer systems, building a game room, especially in a confined area, you want to make sure that you keep the room nice, enjoyable, and cool as possible. So I got these Amazon, these LED lights from Amazon. They operate by control. You can turn them on. You can change colors. Keeps the heat down in the room. Never use a one single light such as this, because that will create heat and it's just a hard light. It kind of ruins the tone. I wanted to kind of go for the feel that you would have walking into an old arcade back in the day. When you used to go into a bowling alley or a tilt or a family funland center, you want to have that feel with the customized lights. Typically, I have it on blue at the top, red at the bottom, or just blue all the way around. Gives the room a nice, colorful feel. All right, so back over here to this. This is the reason why I decided to get, in fact, let me turn the light back on. All right. So I ran into a problem. I have a computer downstairs. I needed one up here, but I didn't want to run my older computer on all the time. I know it puts out a lot of heat, pulls down a lot of power. I just needed something up here where I could access the web, full web browser, access Netflix, access YouTube, but also maybe run some games on. So after doing my homework, I was fortunate enough to run across the reason, and the one device that I've been recently talking about is the Raspberry Pi. It is your all-in-one media entertainment center. You get your web browser, cuts your electric bill down substantially. Very small, very compact, runs all of my ROMs on it, Nintendo, Sega, Super Nintendo, PlayStation. This device was handy and perfect for what I needed for this game room. As you guys can see, it's currently running right now in the background. In the background. We got it running. This was the one device that I needed for this room that pretty much completed my setup. It's good for now, it's good for the future. If I'm up here, needed to web browse, I can hook up several other Raspberry Pi units to each monitor, have built-in web browsers and gaming systems for retro gaming for each monitor. That is the perfect setup for this room. Of course, I kept my Nintendo 64 and my PlayStation running through a remote control activated selector box here. We got that back in 2002. Still works, came in handy. And to prevent myself from having to go to the refrigerator every few minutes, we got a nice little refrigerator built in here. No, I need to fill it up. We've got a few cold drinks in there. Something nice to captivate the game room, make you feel at home watching a football game or anything. And just pure enjoyment, pure enjoyment. Last but not least, fellas, I know I was talking to Dave from Mad DIY, Do It Yourself, a little while ago, and I know I was going to talk about this. But guys, when you guys are building a game room or whatever you're doing, what is the one thing that comes to mind? When you were a kid, when you were growing up, you walked into an arcade or a family fun center or a movie theater, what is the one thing that always stands out? The scent. You cannot have a game room or something that's supposed to bring back a lot of memories and make you feel comfortable unless you have a captivating scent that stands out above all. So I was talking to Kisses and she hooked me up with this. Now I told her the scent that I wanted because there's one scent above all that stands out above any scent, and that's buttered popcorn. So as you're watching this right now, my entire room, in fact my house, smells like a giant movie theater because of this. You can get different scents. I would prefer you guys stay away from the pepperoni pizza scent because I tried that and it did not smell too well. But you can go get a bottle of aroma scent for about $5 and leave it on, and this room smells like buttered popcorn. I haven't seen that in a lot of game room reviews, but scent is very important. It's never going to smell musty in here, never going to get too hot, and this room completely smells enjoyable. In fact, sitting in this room right now, you will build up an appetite because all you smell is buttered popcorn. So whether you want this to be your game room or hobby room, I know I need to add some of my RC cars in here. This is pretty much it right now. This is pretty much it. I'm happy with it for now. Probably add on a few more things, get some more furniture. I do know I need a cabinet from IKEA with the lights and stuff in it. But when I have company over, we're all set up and ready to go. I could add in another 4-foot folding table over there. These are, remember, this is a 4-foot table here with adjustable height. Very inexpensive. Something you should definitely invest in. But guys, that pretty much does it for my review. Leave any comments or questions or likes at the bottom of my video. Let me know what you think. Hope this gives you guys some ideas when you're working on your own projects. But this is by far, in my opinion, one of the most cost-effective ways to build a game room. Nothing in here is cheap. You guys all know these are pretty much $300 monitors across, and these gaming chairs go for $600. Besides having some collectibles and some other things. But I could have gotten a $300 gaming table to go in the room, but you want to stay cost effective. Make sure that you put all of your money to hardware and things that's actually going to matter, and not vest it into furniture and other stuff to make the room look good. So again, that does it for Kildykin. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. And you guys have a great night.